Hi, I'm Lisa Metzger, and I'm studying Global Supply Chain Management at KEDGE Business School in Bordeaux. In the course of my personal project for my M1 Master, I'm doing an internship at the Retail and In-Store Logistics Department at Peek and Kloppenburg here in Düsseldorf.
Peek and Kloppenburg is an internationally operating fashion retailer with its headquarters in Düsseldorf. It runs over 140 stores in 15 countries throughout Europe. The corporate group has founded several sub-companies on the tide of its successful growth. The one I am employed at is called Modelogistik, which literally translates into fashion logistics. Within this sub-company, the logistics services from trade management to supply chain strategy development are carried out. My department, the Retail Logistics Department, is in charge of all processes and activities considering the flow of goods from the goods income at the warehouse to the sales area. A big part of this department is the coordination of the 9 distribution centers. 5 in Germany, 2 in Austria, as well as 1 in Poland and 1 in Romania. Within those, goods get stored, handled, and distributed to the different retail stores. This is commonly known as the forward process. However, due to the current health crisis, the backwards process has gained immense importance. And this is where my mission is focused on: tracking and improving the performance of the backwards process. But what is the backwards process and why did it gain importance? Well, backwards basically just means from the retail stores back to the supplier. Stores have been closed due to the current health crisis, and Peek and Kloppenburg was not able to sell the bought items. Therefore, they went into negotiations with their suppliers in order to convince them to take back the unsold goods. As already mentioned, my mission is focused on tracking and improving the performance of this backwards process. Within this, I have 3 major goals. First, transparency. The goods have to be returned to the supplier within a certain time frame. Therefore, having transparency about the current processing status of those returns in the different warehouses is of immense importance. Second, automatization, meaning less manual efforts in the tracking of the process and its status. Third, acceleration. Having transparency about the current status and optimizing the tracking of it will allow us to identify problems quicker and act accordingly, ultimately leading to a faster and just in general optimized return process. To do so, one of the most important skills is process understanding. This was quite hard from working remotely because I was never able to see the processes. I just had to gather different information from different people and make sense of it, and then try to understand the process and based on that improve it. Secondly, working with tools was of utmost importance, especially the work with Microsoft Excel and SAP and other internal tools. SAP kind of provided the database, but then I had to try and make sense of it through Microsoft Excel and especially Power Query. And essential skill to achieve my goal was networking. If at some point I didn't have the information I needed, I just texted colleagues from other departments and tried to figure out who knows what I need and who can help me best. So really, social skills were essential and a key component of successfully achieving my mission. Another big part of this is not only the work with people from the headquarters, but also the work with people who actually realize the processes, the employees at the warehouses. This was especially challenging also due to the remote work, because I never got the chance to really meet them in person or to see them via Teams, because their system does not really support Microsoft Teams. So I had to build a relationship just via emails and through phones, because their feedback on the process, like the things I ask them, they are the essential of all my work. The quantity of feedbacks we ask them for should be reduced due to the improved transparency and the data we have and how we connect the data.
I can confidently say that the tracking process has been transformed from having no transparency about the warehouse's individual performances to being fully aware of the separate statuses. From having to ask for feedback for every open order at every single distribution center to being able to target feedbacks. Overall now, less programs, less files, and much less manpower are needed to track the returns, ultimately resulting in more efficiency and a just overall improved tracking process,